I know it's hard, Israel. Trying to live right in this wicked kingdom. But our time is coming real soon.
It's been a long time, but it's coming real soon. It's gonna be okay, so I can't stop. I won't stop. Israel, don't stop. Everything that you're going through, suffering, trying to stay faithful in the truth. I know it's hard, but don't stop. Don't stop. Israel, don't stop. When that day comes, when the chariots come in the sky, everybody's gonna know why. They don't know he's gonna give us some. They don't get the and all enemies gonna pay. Man, I wanna see that day. See it, he's gonna give us all. We're the chosen ones. We gon' get the king. You believe what the Bible says. Get ready for the good times up ahead. I'm telling you, don't stop. Stay focused, child. In a minute, we gon' be in the kingdom, yeah. You don't believe it, I don't really care. I can't wait to see it, I just wanna be there. Israel, if you're with me, let me know you're with me, say yeah. When the chariots come in the sky, everybody's gonna know why. They gon' know he's gonna be the son. He's gonna be the chosen, the chosen ones. We gon' get the kingdom, yeah. All enemies gonna pay. Yeah, they're gonna pay. I see that day. I wanna see that day. He's gonna be the son. We're the chosen ones. We gon' get the best. I see the Savior, and I see the Savior in front of me. Oh, what I'm gonna do, I don't know. So happy that I'm on my knees in bed. My hands in the air, but you don't speak home. In the land of Israel, where we belong. Oh, the music, the songs is dying out. Oh, what a happy day. That's what I'm waiting for, yeah. When them chariots come in the sky, when they come, everybody's gonna know why. He's gonna give us some. We're the chosen people. We gon' get the kingdom, oh yeah. And our enemies, oh yeah. And I wanna see that day. I wanna see it. He's gonna give us some. We're the chosen ones. We gon' get the kingdom, yeah. See, the Bible says that it's a righteous thing to recompense tribulation to those that trouble you. We gon' get the kingdom, yeah. After everything they did, we gon' get our back and then we gon' get the kingdom, yeah. I know some of y'all don't like that, but that's the truth, oh yeah.
Here's another one for Israel. Do you know who you are?
If I had the chance to show you who you are, you'd be so amazed. If you knew the power within you would say, I've got to change my way. 'Cause you're like a superhero, but you know who you are. You're like a superhero, but you know who you are. You're like a superhero, but you know who you are. You're like a superhero, but you know, oh yeah, you are. You don't know I pray that you will see. 'Cause you don't know you are loyalty. That's the promise to all of Israel. Man, you're like a superhero. You know who you are. You're like a superhero. You're like a superhero. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're just like a superhero. Oh, yeah. Israel, you just don't know. And he gave you power, so much power, but you just can't see it. Never we can beat it. It's gonna be right there. You're the strength of a mountain. Oh, yeah. Just like Samson. Oh, you're so strong. So strong. Yeah. I'm telling you, you don't know who you are. You're like a superhero. You're like a superhero. You don't have a clue how great it makes you do.
Shalom, family. This has been a very adventuresome day for me. And, you know, it's almost hilarious the way things have turned out. And I just want to tell you all about it. All right. Still trying to say shalom to a few more people. All right. All right. I hope everybody's doing well today. Okay. All right. I think I got the majority of you. And if I didn't get you, shalom to all of the people just coming in now. Shalom to everybody. As you may know, my old channel was reinstated. I had filed a civil suit on Google at the end of May. And to my surprise, when I woke up this morning, my channel was back, minus about 476 subscribers. Hopefully they will see my channel back on and come back and subscribe again. I did my video a little earlier this morning, and I did put the link in there. And, you know, all I can say is all praises to the Most High. But it got even more interesting than me getting my channel back. I was going back and forth sending emails to Google, and lo and behold, Google legal team called me this afternoon. And pretty much on the phone said to me, tell us what you want. We'll try to get it for you if you will drop this case. I never thought they would be groveling for me to drop the case, but they are, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't heard back from them yet. I gave them a list of demands, and I let them know I want Google to leave me alone. I mean, you pester people a bit too much over every little video, and it's ridiculous. So no, they got to meet my demands or I'm not dropping anything. Plain and simple. I will not drop it. But the main thing I want to say is any of you that got channels and you run into the same issue that I ran into, them shutting down your channel over a video, I will tell you exactly what you need to do. Number one, the first thing you need to do is see how many other people have a similar video out like yours and their channels were not taken down. No, that's okay. I mean, I'm not disclosing anything that you would not be able to find on the internet yourself. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is research to see how many people got that same video up. Then you need to do screenshots of all of those people's videos. All you need is the screenshot. And, you have to go down to your county courthouse. And what you have to do is fill out the forms. And it's very easy. I know the one in New Jersey, the process is easy. You just fill out a few questions, like filling out a questionnaire. And you have to be very thorough in what happened. Once you do that, as long as you have Google's address, because they have to mail a summons to them, just go ahead and file it. They get notified that you filed a suit against them, and you got it from there. As long as you can find duplicate stories on YouTube, you pretty much got them by the balls. That's what I'm learning. So let me know. I'll give you the exact wording of what I put in my civil suit if you need it. I will provide it for anybody that needs it. But, I just hope they can get everything resolved, over the next day or two. And I'll be able to live stream and get back to normal on my old channel. But what I'm saying to all of you, never give up the fight. Never give up. If they take your channel and deep in your heart it's unjustified, fight it. Fight to get your channel back. You have every right to do that. That's all I did. And I wanted them, all I simply wanted in my suit was them to prove what was wrong with the video. And after they reviewed it, they realized they didn't have a leg to stand on. Well, yeah, get your channel back. I'm serious. If you feel like it was unjustified for them to take it, get your channel back. But those of you that followed me over to my secondary channel, the one that we're on now, I wanted to take the time to say thank you for your loyalty and not giving up. I sure wasn't going to give up. And I'm just glad many of you didn't think that I was going to just drop off the internet, and you stuck by me. And I want to thank all of you for that. I had over 16,000 subscribers, but as far as I'm concerned, the 4,000 that I have over here are the most special subscribers that I have. Plain and simple. Well, I can't get his channel back for him. He would pretty much have to file the suit himself if he really wants that channel back. Mr. Superboy, as far as he's concerned, he would have to, I can assist him on what to do, what kind of wording to put in there, but I can't get it back for him. I'm not a lawyer. Well, thank you. Well, it'll be nice to get everything back up and running. I know it's going to be a slow process because so many people think, that channel is gone for good. So it's going to be a matter of, people realizing that it's back up and running. It's there and it is active right now, but there are still a few things on it that's disabled. That's why I haven't put any videos on there right now. Hopefully, I will be able to put some videos on there soon. Yeah, yeah. First of all, I did an opioid video and they said it was hate speech. I'm talking about drug addiction is hate speech. Come on, man. They're just getting ridiculous on here. They really are. They're just being petty. I understand that you want to weed out those that are really abusing the channel, but none of us are being abusive and threatening anybody's life or anything like that. We're not doing things like that. And, what they're doing is just a bunch of nitpicking over a bunch of nothing. Yeah, they actually sent them a summons, the True Royal Family. You know what? Come on the panel. Hold on. Let me get the link because I wanted to talk to y'all about Bill and Camille Cosby filing for divorce. I wanted to get into that too. So let me get the link, and those of you that want to join the panel, please do. It'd be much easier if you can ask me questions and I can just answer. Let me know if the link don't work. If it don't work, then I will email it to you. Yeah, you know what? That's what I got to do too. Let me see if I can post the link to my old channel in here as well. Give me 1 second. One second.
Can you? Oops, do I got anything on? Let me make sure everything's off.
Hi, Queen.
How you doing?
Okay. What did you want to ask me?
Yeah, I had just stepped in. The question that I was asking was, what basically what was the actual process that you went through?
Okay. I will tell you everything from start to finish. Give me 1 second and I will get my papers, my civil suit papers, and I'll read to you what I have on there. My channel. Here we go. All right, that's the link to my old channel. So if some of you did not subscribe, make sure you do. All right, let me get my old papers out here, Queen. I gave them a damn stack.
Mm-hmm.
I gave them a damn stack. I wasn't playing.
No, I knew you wasn't playing. I knew you wasn't playing. Some people need to know, what steps to take, because there's different steps you could take. Because I had to deal with the courts too, but my situation was a little bit more more unique than yours. I didn't get my channel taken down.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go to outside source, a digital forensic company, because the other issue was I was contacting YouTube and I said, this is the second time my channel got hacked. And what they'll do is they'll keep wanting you to keep reading crap, sending you here, sending you there. And I said, this is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And all those trying to help you type of stuff, you mm-hmm. can't get them, but they real quick to shut your behind down, flat, you know. Like I said, the trolls rule and reign on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, with the quickness, they'll take you down. Just briefly, if anybody want to know, what happened to me was after the investigation was done, the digital forensic company contacted them. The police department contacted them. Also, the person who spoofed me, their internet provider contacted them. So they was forced. It's ridiculous. We have to go through all this. They was forced to have to do something. See, when the first time it happened to me, I was green to YouTube, and I did lose a whole channel behind a hacker. And y'all know who he is. I ain't gonna mention his name. The person who's been stalking Mr. Superboy for 6 years. And y'all probably see, you know how people want to expose you and say you're a lie. I ain't even bothered to flag that man because he used my likeness and stuff. But just when I came back, I don't know if anybody had noticed, when I came back, soon as I came back, I got flagged twice. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn, I ain't even really put up a video yet. And I said, this is in-house. There is no way somebody just come back on YouTube and the first week I get flagged. So I was down for 2 weeks. And what pissed them off was they was forced to have to do their job. So the person who spoofed me, which I have a gag order, I can't mention his name. That what happened is YouTube was forced to contact his internet provider, showing him doing nefarious things. So he can't use that provider anymore. Plus he's banned from YouTube for life. And it's just like on Facebook. When you block a person is blocked. YouTube know what to do. They play these games. They leave it open. It's useless to even block someone up here, because all they got to do is put up another channel and keep harassing you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They leave the perimeters wide open.
Well, you know what, Queen? This is what I told them. I can't disclose the amount that we discuss. By law, I can't. Mm-hmm. But I told them what I wanted, and I said, and I want YouTube to leave me alone. I am not putting nothing out there that people got to go that far over the top to shut me down. Mm-hmm. Now, the video that I got shut down over was called "It's Easy to Buy Drugs on the Dark Web." Do you know there are thousands of other people that did similar videos to that?
I know you showed it, and you would go crazy. You would just keep clicking the button. You can watch thousands of them videos around the clock for months.
And they shut me down over that, but all of the other channels are still up, and some of them have been up 5-6 years. Same type of video. So what I did was, first thing I did was I called my county courthouse to find out how I can file a civil suit in small claims. They told me I could find the forms online. Now, for the state of New Jersey, all you got to do is go out to your county court website, and they have a list of forms, and there's one for small claims. So I was able to download it and print it out. After I did that, I had to look around for Google's address. And, and the first thing they tell you is to look for an address in your state. Google is not in my state. So I had to use the California address for my complaint. And, it's really easy, very easy to follow. And you want to put it in as a personal injury or property damage, because it doesn't fit for all the other things. It's not a contract. It's not a security deposit. It's not rent. So you have to put it in as personal injury.
And that's just small claims court only, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And you have to give them an amount that you are suing for. Now, in the state of New Jersey, the maximum is $3,500. So anywhere between whatever you demand, as long as it don't go over 3,500, then you can do it in small claims.
Okay.
All right. Then, okay, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Basically, saying I'm putting that out there. So if anybody experienced that, whatever the max is in your state, put down the damn max.
You can do that. So now the next part is you got to give an explanation of what happened. Now, the spaces on the form were not enough. So I ended up having an extra sheet explaining everything that happened. So this is what I wrote. YouTube terminated my channel saying it violated community guidelines. The name of the video was called "It's Easy to Buy Fentanyl from China Online," which they claim caused the violation. The video is about how easy it is to buy drugs online from China on the dark web, which is fueling the opioid epidemic. I did a search on Google and found thousands of videos of the same subject matter that are still active. Buying drugs online is nothing new in this country. My video was shedding light on the dark web and should be viewed as educational. Yes.
You've been periodically been cutting out, and I even noticed that when you were on the Hangout, my Hangout, and I just wanted to let you know that sometimes it'll be maybe like a 5-second delay.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on.
I just wanted you to be aware of it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So then I have, please see the attached supporting docs. And what I did was I screenshot 10 different videos that were active and had a similar type of video up. Okay. And those channels were not flagged. Then I had an additional, let me see if I can find my additional page. Okay. On my additional page, I had YouTube does not allow content that encourages or promotes violent or dangerous acts. All right. But I was able to find violent acts, and the things I was able to find was videos showing drug use, underage drinking, smoking, and bomb making. So the fact that YouTube claims these videos are not allowed is false. And then I actually screenshot and printed out bomb making videos, videos of people fighting, videos of people getting high that are on YouTube, videos of people smoking pot. All of this is, I attached all of these videos. Okay. And I wrote, the problem is YouTube does not follow their own policies. They only enforce it on certain individuals. So that's what I wrote. I attached all of the screenshots along with the forms that I had to fill out for the court. And it was a fee of $42, which you get back from which I'll get back from YouTube.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The reason why I asked, some people don't know what to do, and there is a format for everything. You just have to know whatever's going on in your state. Just thank you for pointing that out. And then some people don't know the language to use, not dealing with the courts. That's ridiculous. You have to go through all of that just to get your channel back up.
I filed it, and I said to the lady, she was like, the lady that I was talking to, and I was filing it with the clerk. She said, "So what do you want?" She said, I know you want a small claim settlement. I said, yes. And I said, all I want is somebody to sit down and watch the damn video. It is not offensive. The damn thing came from NBC News. How?
There.
Come on, just sit your ass down and watch the video. And they finally did. And that's why this morning it was restored.
Yeah, and then when it's down, how long was it down? Your channel was?
It was from May 14th all the way up until this morning.
Okay, so what happened is over time, it will it will fully restore, because when I came back on, I had 0 subs. And I couldn't use certain functions. And first I panicked because nobody told me anything. You know, when I got my channel back and stuff, and it took almost a whole week, and then it fully restored itself.
Yeah, you know, I got all of my subs except for 476 subs. But there are certain functions I can't do. Like I can't live stream. My channel was monetized. It's not monetized. So it's just a few small issues that they still have to clear up. But I'm waiting to hear back from Google, you know, because they were like, what the legal paralegal that called was like, what do we have to do to get you to drop this case against us? So I gave her my list of demands.
Someone asked, can you file another suit to get back lost income?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, especially if you know your video was not offensive. Yes.
You know what? One thing I wanted to say to the royal family, I learned this from my dear father. My father always used this statement: paper holds a lot of weight in court. And what we have to do, and we need to continue to educate ourselves on these things. When we are dealing with legal matters, you know, there's a statute of limitations on everything. Don't let the enemy slide. This is how my father explained it to me. Remember when I was telling y'all that incident where that cop screamed and hollered at my son? He was a teenager then. And I went and made a report. And I didn't want to do the report, but my father fully explained to me that the reason why you go file a report, even though you know they're not going to do anything when these cops do this stuff, it's in their records, and it will literally affect them from getting a position where they are, you know, like they're already handpicking who they really want to have the position. So if they feel some kind of way about a couple of people, they go straight. This is how white people deal with each other. They'll go straight to your files and they'll go, got a blemish there. Okay. I don't have to, that's the best way I can get out of that. You know, that's how they do each other. And I said, wow, I never even thought of it like that. And we have to have follow through. And I'll talk more about it when we go back to the Art of War in a few weeks, because we be on these plantations. I guarantee y'all didn't have so many times to sue the enemy on these jobs. And I can't say it enough. Get you a small notebook, and when anything happened, write down date, time, and location and the brief incident. Don't come off of your head with anything. And then when you go to your lawyer, it makes it easy for your lawyer. When I got hurt at work, what they did to me was the game that they play in California. You have to see their company doctor for 30 days. And what they'll do is when you see them in that 30 days, the company doctor will say that you can go back to full duty. Well, in construction, you're like an injured football player. You're a liability now. They don't want you. Well, what I did was they lost count of the days. I went to my doctor, and my doctor said that I was still injured, still disabled, and stay on light duty, because we can't hope and wish that they're gonna be all right. I know how these people get down. You have to follow through. And I had to end up suing that company that I work for, and they blessed me real well. It's a process. It's not going to happen overnight, but as Black folks, we got to start following through. Any damn chance that you can get some money out of this system or just to aggravate this system, that's another way to fight, to make them do their work. It's not going to never change them. Not going to do that. But they are so emotionally invested in maintaining this supremacy. The very laws that they write, they wrote those laws for them. We use it against them.
Right. Hey, Terrain.
Hey, how are you?
What's up?
Yeah, I wanted to actually touch on the part when you said that all you wanted them to do was sit down and watch the video.
Yeah.
The fact that they actually sat down and watched the video and then they restored your account lets me know that they have some automated robots over there that's not watching this thing, or they have it on default just so they can terminate everything.
Yeah.
They don't have like actual people over there that's really watching it. And the fact that, like True Royal said, you had to go through all of that just to get them to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't have ever came to that point.
Right. You know, and that's pretty much what I told her. I said, when I appealed it, that was one of the things I even put in my appeal. Will somebody just please sit down and watch this video? There's nothing offensive in it. I based the video on an NBC story on the dark web, buying drugs on the dark web. The video was not offensive, the news article. So what I did, since I couldn't show the courts the video, I still had a copy of the news article, and I attached that also to the stack of papers that I gave them. And if you would have read through that thing, there was not one thing in that article that I read that was offensive. Mm-hmm. Not one thing.
We just had to, you had to go that extra mile. I knew that they wasn't watching.
They watched the videos.
They're not.
Finally did. The legal team finally did. And that's when, you know, I got a call this afternoon from a paralegal from Google. And she was like, okay, we're ready to negotiate if you're willing to drop.
But, you know, also it lets you know how YouTube get down. The thing that pissed me off with that Logan dude, the language that they use, I pay attention to language. They allowed him to take down that offensive video. Come on, this was somebody who committed suicide. They allowed him, and then he gonna bitch, and he's a millionaire. So so he's on a little special list. Or we don't want to rock that because we the one that bring the customers.
Right.
So yeah, they don't follow none of their damn rules.
Like I said, True Royal, all I ask through this whole thing is somebody please watch that video. Mm-hmm. Please just watch the damn video. And it took from the time they took it down up until now for somebody to sit their ass down and finally watch it. Mm-hmm. Yep. You know, I mean, I think that was the most frustrating part.
You know what I can't wait for?
I got my response from the appeal. I knew damn well they didn't watch it.
You know what I can't wait for? And I know what's going to come in the very near future. I can't wait till some of those disgruntled employees who ain't working there no more really tell the ins and out how YouTube really work. Because somebody gonna tell it, because that's the nature of the beast. They love whistleblowing on each other, you know, because as far as the black sector of YouTube, we always delusional. I have literally had death threats, and it was not behind the scene. White people love to threaten you in front of everyone, and then and then reporting them. They ain't dealing with them people at all. Mm-hmm. At all.
But here's the thing, Tareen. I think they would never have watched my video if I didn't go up to the court and file the small claims in the first place.
Oh, exactly. I agree with that. Because if they was going to watch it, they would have watched it the week that you sent it. You said that your stuff was terminated on the 14th. So I'm assuming that you sent that appeal in most likely that same day or within that same time frame about it. And then, you know, they're just now doing something after the fact. I would hold on to this. Because remember when I did that video, when I said, here are my receipts, and I did a whole video about that on Black Junction. Uh-huh. Now, just imagine if I did what you did. You know what I would request that they do? I would take it a step further. I would say, because I would probably be a straight up asshole about it after the fact. When they say, Mr. So-and-so, what would you like to be done? Okay, I would like for you to bring back all 3 or 4 or how many channels that were terminated, all of them. I want all of them back. And I want full monetization on every last one of those channels. Mm-hmm. That means when I go and check that thing better have green lit where it says monetization next to it, because I want to generate funds from every last one of those channels. I want all strikes removed, which means that too better be in the green as well.
Yeah, I mean, you take it as far as you need to take it, but I'm just telling everybody, this should be a clear indicator. Whenever they take your channel off, make sure you stand face to face and challenge them. I think too much of us just accept what they say and we move on and start building other channels. But this time, I was like, no, I'm digging in for the fight this time.
That's what I did. I got that frustrated
for the fight because
I had so much shit
there was nothing wrong with that video.
I could hear it.
I was not going to go away quiet.
That's what I said to myself. I said, I don't care how long it take. I said, this is ridiculous. I said, I don't know who. And I said, I'm going to find out. Don't want me on there. But I had a unique situation twice where my whole channel was taken over. And you know what's so ironic? And I won't mention nobody's names. A handful of people that didn't believe me at all, it ended up happening to them. And then they're going to come behind the scenes and ask me, what did you do? You know, and I was nice. I said, you go do this and that because it's one of our own. And even though I might be disappointed in them, I ain't that disappointed in my folks because my enemy is these white folks. So anytime you can slap it to their tail, yes, slap it to their tail and stuff. But it really weighs you down because I remember I lost over 400 videos on my Amethyst channel. I was just outdone. I was like, wow.
Now, when I went through, my videos are there. Like I said, the only thing I noticed that I did lose, I lost 476 subscribers.
You'll get them all back. You'll get them all back.
They're probably going to restore themselves because I remember when I had to make the channel I'm using now private after I had got maybe 2 strikes on it or something like that. And to avoid the channel getting terminated, and I had made it private for so long, when I had turned it back on, it said that I only had maybe about 100 and something subscribers out of the thousands that I had. And then I'm like, what's going on? And then like a couple days later, all the subscribers ended up popping back up.
Okay.
See, because so basically it's like they have to take, restore every last thing in there because your channel was down for so long. So it's like they got to go through the system and pull everything up. Just imagine, it's almost like starting up a car after it's been sitting for a while, for maybe like a good month.
Yeah. But you know what, Tareen, they really made, it's like True Royals say, they made it real easy for them to be sued. They made it very easy in this case.
So,
what I'm saying to Black YouTubers, just don't give up. When look, they saw that one video and completely wiped me off of YouTube over one video. Come on. And it was not even an offensive video. And you're going to tell me it violated all kinds of things, but you got people getting high and falling all over and doing it blatantly on YouTube, and you got that shit up? No.
Yeah, you're right about that. What I wanted to add to that is something that my husband say often. He said, and it don't even have to be YouTube. When you have to deal with legal matters, do the paperwork, and it'll take a life of itself. But just to hope that these people gonna have a twinge in their heart to do, they're not gonna do that. That's what they see. Remember this, and I learned this from my father too. The very thing that a person fears, they like to project it on you. You project it right back on them. And I hear a lot of people on these plantations get messed over. When they write you up, you can write them up too. You can write them up too as well. Two can play that shit. And white people don't like paperwork, and they don't think we got enough sense to even do that. See, they'll never like you, but they'll have a different type of respect for you because they know you're gonna go there. They just know you're gonna go there. We have to follow through. We've been letting these people get away with way too much. When my husband was fighting his union, he would get every letter certified, and they got to the point they wouldn't even sign anything. They knew it was him. And one of the union reps he was in a meeting, a arbitration meeting, and the union rep said, "No more paper, Mr. Santana, no more paper." He said, he told that white boy, he said, "I'm gonna stuff paper down your throat till your ass is constipated."
I would have tripled up on the paper. You don't know me.
Well,
he would have had a tidal wave of paper after saying some shit like that to me.
That's how my husband get down. He has
I would have gave it to him.
He has files after files after files where he stuffed paperwork up their ass because you in a union, but the union don't want to follow the union rules. They real big on nepotism in the world of construction because these damn retarded ass white boys, they can barely read and write, and that's the only job a hit can get without having to present anything. They'll make a way. They'll make a way for them. And in the world of construction, you get paid every Friday. It's damn good money. But I'm trust and believe. I didn't work with some. They would hand me the time card and just tell me, fill out the time cards, fill out the duties that we did that day. They couldn't fill it out. They couldn't fill it out.
The World Queen, what we have to understand that this so-called country is a corporation, and the best way we could get back at them is by, using their own corporate laws against them, just like you said. I mean, this is how we play chess with their law system. Mm-hmm. And that, what you just said, is the art of war.
Yeah, it sure is. And Lisa used it very effective. So that's a very good example of following. That's the number one thing that I hear us don't do. Follow through. Because one of my husband's friends had something happen to him, and I could hear him on the phone telling them step by step to do what to do. And I got tired of this stuff because I hear him help so many people. And I said, you know what, Mr. Santana, stop helping those type of black folks. They not gonna go file nothing. All they gonna do is bitch and complain and not gonna do nothing. And some of them even wanted him to go file it for him and stuff. And I said, don't do nothing for them. Only do it if they're gonna pay you up front. But I hear us do that, and I've seen so many lawsuits that black folks just let slide. Even my husband's daughter, this girl she got a master's degree, and they was messing with her at work. And he told her what to do, and she said, "Dad, I heard it with my own ears. They don't like you when you do that. Who give a fuck if you worried about them liking you? Yeah. And they fucking over you every day? I don't care."
Once again, your husband is giving your energy to people that really don't want to take advantage of the reward that is going to come to them. Mm-hmm. See, that's right there. Your husband was wasting your energy with the wrong people.
Yeah, I had to finally tell him because so many people know my husband is known for suing people, and I was astounded. Even his own children. I tell you one even worse. My husband's other twin, she has her master's too, and she works in the administrative department for Social Security. She even trained people. The girl was on the way to work, and a city of Oakland water truck totaled her car out. Thank God she didn't get hurt. Do you know she didn't sue them and told her dad, "Oh, since I work for Social Security, they wouldn't like that."
What's the damn point of having a master's if you're not going to use your brain?
It's like having coons in the family. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. That's all I can say.
But all I can say is, I don't know what the fees are as far as small claims. Now, in New Jersey, it was $42 I had to pay the court. But it's not the same amount in every state. So you'll have to find out what the fees are in your state. And you can really do that with a quick phone call. And you may even be able to go on your county court's website and find the information there.
Mm-hmm. But see, this is exactly why I don't attach emotion when it comes to doing certain things. When you attach emotion to it, you get all of this combobulated and off guard, you won't get your reward.
You got to be deliberate in your intentions and forget anybody's feelings. It's just a business decision that you have made for yourself. That's how I take it, and follow through with these people. They pretty much know statistically what we gonna do, and we got to flip that around. Because trust and believe, if 50% of black folks in this country, or let's say lower than that, 30% of us do what we really need to do in these courts, oh, they'll change the laws. They're gonna always change the laws, because those laws that they make in their favor, they never had us in mind.
Well,
Never.
just for a small example, I looked at my paycheck stub today, and I found out that they cheated me. First thing I did was I called my supervisor. I'm like, you better find a way to get this fixed, or they're not getting another minute out of me until they get this fixed.
That's right.
See, you gotta go with it as if you're a business-minded person. You cannot attach emotion when it comes to your stuff. You got to go.
The language, KD, that you use. I have heard people at work say to their boss, "Can I take off for such and such day?" No.
No, I'm taking this day off.
Don't even use the letter C. Let them know this is, you give them enough time so they can know these are the days that I'm taking off.
Yeah.
That's it. Not can I? Because you letting them decide for you.
That's not your parent.
Okay, and you don't have to tell them what it. You don't have to tell them what it's for.
Yeah, that's not your parent. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, you know, anybody in the future, if you run into any channel problems, if you even want me to photocopy what I wrote, I will photocopy it and send it to you.
See, Royal Queen, that's exactly how I went with that approach. I'm like, you don't do this, I'm not following through. The hell with your so-called requirements. Not until I get my pay. Straight up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you put in the work, they got to give you the correct pay. And I you know what, I worked with a lot of Mexican men, and I remember I was working with this one Mexican guy. Everybody knew he was getting ready to go on vacation, and our superintendent had a very bad habit of getting our checks in the morning. And I look up to this guy, I forget his name, I'll just say Jose. I said, "Why are you not out of here? You're supposed to be at the airport." And he said in a low tone, this man was older than me, "I didn't get my check yet." I was like, oh my goodness. So I had to call him a name again, my superintendent, Ken Jane. And I would talk to that white boy like this. I say, "Ken, where the fuck is our checks?" I said, "Why you pull this shit every Friday? Every Friday. Every Friday. I'm the only female on the crew. And every Friday, no checks." I remember one time I rowed the boat, got off the boat, went to the office. I said, "I'm not going to get their checks this week." Got my check already, then put it in the bank. And a brother called me that was on the crew. He said, "Kim, did you get your check?" I said, "Yeah, y'all damn checks in the office. Y'all still hanging at work? We got off at 2 p.m. and you still out there at 4 p.m. It's amazing how people are so scary at work. And we have rights. If your children, if you have teenage children and they're getting ready to start working, make sure that they go study the laws in their state when it comes to working. They need to know. I did it with all my children. I said, "Don't you let nobody punk you around." And I told my children, everybody is an adult at work. You ain't no child at work. Now, if somebody take you under their wing and want to guide you and show them respect, that's fine. But you are an adult at work.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And Royal Queen, you gotta treat yourself as if you are a business yourself.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, yeah,
because what you're doing is you're trading labor for income, and you are the income source, and you got to treat yourself like a company.
Yeah, I was gonna say the law. They always do some things to change the law like as fast as possible, like a year or two. So you always got to be up and up with the laws.
Yeah, because they want it to be us getting anything out of it.
And you know what? Okay, I'll talk about the bus stop situation, right? I was trying to. Okay, what happened was nobody caught on to the city changing the bus stops. Like nobody was voting, none of that until the last minute. They decided to tell everybody about that, and then everybody wanted to make calls to change the bus stop, and nothing didn't happen. So, but then at some point, enough people complained. They said, "Okay, you know what? Okay, we took out that bus." Well, the bottom line of that story is, like, you know, you got to be up and up, find out what they do. But like the catch for like what happened with the bus stop around the area I used to live in was that, like I said, they didn't tell nobody. They didn't tell if anybody wanted the bus stop or not. No, like, okay, like, you know, voting, right? They tell you, they didn't make an announcement till the last minute of them wanting to make a change. That's what I was trying to say, basically.
Oh, okay.
You know what I wanted to add? I was just thinking of something. My husband, he's part of the Iron Workers Union, and he had some suits against him because he was fighting back and forth with the union and everything, with the union and then the individual companies. They tried to sue him. Well, anyway, what happened was they kept sending letters to the union asking them to reconsider since they had sued him, whatever amount it was. And my husband said he was absolutely not going to pay it back. And it's pretty much in all unions. They can't get your pension money. Then they can get some of your Social Security. There's different rules, but they can't do it. They sent like five letters asking them to reconsider. And one day I thought about it. I said, you know what? I said, they set this up so these white boys be getting in all type of crap and stuff because they sue each other back and forth. So they put that in the union that you can't touch anybody's pension. I don't care how many lawsuits somebody throw at you, and it pissed them off. And he never paid them back. He never paid them back because he knew. And also, yeah, if you're a part of a union, read those. It's a lot, but take the time, a little bit at a time. Read the laws in your union. Get you a highlighter so you can know what's going on. We need to start really focusing on that too as well, because they get over on us big time. It might be some money laying in there for you. You don't know it. That happened to me once I stopped working. It was some money in another department I knew nothing about. And if you don't file the paperwork to get it, it'll just sit there and they'll get interest off of it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we got a lot to learn in our community because, like you said, there's too many opportunities where they get away with doing things to us and we don't even try to initiate any type of legal action against them. They really get away with far too much. Yeah. And I think sometimes our people are just scared. They're so scared of the enemy, they won't make a move.
Scared, wore out, don't trust the system. It could be an abundance of things. Some of us just think, oh, I'll go get a new job somewhere. Nuh-uh. You make sure when you leave that job, they will never forget you. Ever. Because you might be helping your next brother and sister to come along.
Right. Exactly. All right, y'all. What do you think about Camille divorcing Bill Cosby?
Oh, excellent business decision. About time. It's time to start shuffling funds like white folks do, tucking it here and there and everywhere. Might even go over to Switzerland and hide some. I think they should have did it even earlier, but yeah, excellent business decision.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, she's smart. You don't let the beast get your finances. You don't let them rape over your shit. So I know as soon as that verdict came in, I can imagine what was going through his wife's mind. You know, she's been there for 54 years, but this white woman's going to come up and just take.
That's her money. She's been the one, and Bill said it years ago. She's been the one that watched over their finances.
Yeah.
Even people don't even know when they made the movie, The Mac, Bill Cosby was the one that put up most of the money for that movie. He said he had to go ask Camille, and they seeing what they're about to do. OJ did the same thing. The first trip OJ made overseas, he went to Switzerland. You got to do what you got to do. These people vicious. When they look up, I might have a penny in the damn bank.
Yeah. Exactly. You know, and the thing is, you know, like I told her when I was on the phone with the Google, I said, look, I want y'all to leave me alone. Okay. I don't want to hear no more shit about no robot and what your robots do. I don't want to hear all that crap. Leave me alone.
But I will say this, panel. I say on a more bigger scale, this just goes to show you that Yah is real. When you are off code in Yah's way of doing things, you're gonna suffer one way or another. You're not gonna get away with you know, getting off code with Yah. He's gonna find a way to punish you in one way or another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
I thank Yah for being there for me through this whole thing. Absolutely.
Yes.
And what about Trump and this summit with Kim Jong-un? You know, he's boasting already. I did what other presidents didn't do. You know, Trump. He always want to make it seem like
he can't help himself. And do you know them Koreans is already, before Trump even left, they kind of questioned some of the things he said, because you know he jumps the gun too quick. Yeah. He's too quick to start boasting, like you're saying, and they already questioning stuff. And I learned that the Asian race, they are the masters of deception. They'll be sitting there smiling in your face and shooting daggers at you at the same time. And we had it. Me and my husband discussed this the other night, and I said, in this country, their problem is they want to run the world and tell people to put their nuclear arms down. Have they put theirs down? No. How do we really know if they put them down? If I have more arsenal to whip your ass, I ain't putting my arsenal down. I don't care what you say.
All I'm gonna say is this: I'm kind of happy that this stuff is going on, you know, because all it's doing is accelerating their demise, and it's accelerating our reward.
Yeah, and you know, already, because you know he had that G7 summit where he showed his ass.
Boy, didn't he?
And Congress is like, he embarrassed us in front of the whole world. I said, he gonna be doing a lot more than that.
but see, listen, this just goes to show you how desperate Babylon really is to maintain everything in place. The fact that they even need this war to save this system, that tells you a lot.
The system is gone.
It is.
We're watching it fall apart.
Yes, it really is gone.
Remember, this system was built on free enterprise. I said, remember, this system is built on free enterprise.
No, it's built on deception. That's what it is. It's built on deception. Yeah, they promote free enterprise and all that crap, but it's really built on deception.
Yeah, that's the extra word that Cap put in. We said the Caucasoid race brings death, destruction, disease, now deception, in any order that you want.
Because DCD, if it was really built on free enterprise, you wouldn't be worried about a freaking collapse, would you?
I'm saying it in a sarcastic way, you know, free labor.
No, I'm just saying, you know, people love to use these terms, but you gotta look at the real engine of things. You know, people can't fall for what the media sells them. Vocabulary is another marketing tool of the beast. They love to manipulate vocabulary.
Did anybody get to hear the Secretary of State speak before Trump even had the meeting with I can't pronounce his name, Kim? He came in really nasty. Did anybody get a chance to hear that speech that he gave?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, it was really nasty. It was real nasty. I'm gonna pull it up and see how long it is. But I was like, wow, they sure coming in real nasty. I'm like, whoa, you know, you're in another person's country and you over there trying to look powerful and flex your muscles. Come in humble. You know, they don't have it in their DNA to be humble.
No, that's not them.
Seriously, every time the dollar gets printed, I know it's not relevant, but like every time the dollar gets printed, we become more and more in debt because it's made out of loans that we supposedly can pay back.
Yeah, but you know, they got this system really rigged up to the point where they print money for everything. Do you know here in America, a corporation could be failing, and that corporation can still get loans. Although they're failing and they're losing all kinds of money, they can still get a loan. But if you do bad with your credit, you can't get no loan. You see how they got it always rigged up to work for them?
Yeah, they're a mess. They're a mess. They are truly a mess. You know what I was thinking about with this Cosby thing? Years ago, I had read an article that the Jackson family, what they have did is incorporate themselves. The family is an actual corporation. And if somebody tries to sue them individually, it don't look like they really have a lot. They do everything within their corporation to the point where even if they buy groceries, eat dinner, they save all their receipts and all that stuff because the corporation is buying the dinner, the corporation is buying the clothes, the corporation is buying the house, the corporation is paying for the trips and everything. It makes it a little bit harder to sue people when you take your whole family and incorporate them, because they're gonna put an individual suit and not knowing that you a corporation.
Yeah. Which is smart on their part, because the Jacksons are billionaires. I don't blame them for doing that.
Yeah, that was a good move on their part. They're always talking so bad about them, but they don't even have a clue.
Now, there was another story, and I thought about doing this. Now, about a month ago, I did a story on this white nurse that was giving HIV to her patients. Well, there's another one that cropped up.
Wow.
This one was in the Cherokee Nation at a hospital, and they believe this nurse infected 180 patients with HIV.
What? Wow.
They have fired her, but in my opinion, she should be jailed for doing something like that.
Yeah, that's.
And it just go to show you can't even trust people when you're laying there trying to get medical attention for yourself, and some crazy ass nurse is going to come in the room and give you HIV through a needle.
Wow.
I mean, that just go to show you how wicked these people are.
You know what? You know what that also made me think of? What they call it, Munchausen something type of disorder. But to me, they always coming up with some crazy names where you'll see mainly white people do disturbing stuff, especially white women, where they will intentionally poison their child and do different things to them. Like this one woman, she was putting in her baby's milk like 3 and 4 tablespoons of sugar. I mean, not sugar, salt. They had another woman. They had to set up a surveillance camera. She would take the pillow and put it over her baby's face, and people were donating money to this woman and for a child and everything. And it turned out she was the one inflicting pain on the child, purposely giving the child disease and all of this. These people are twisted in their head, and they like the attention that they get from it and the accolades. Oh, you got a sick child. Look how wonderful you take care of them. And then some people started getting suspicious about some of these people that was doing that, and they started watching them close. And it's a big name that they use with it. But what you're just saying about just the HIV stuff, poisoning people with it, I'm not surprised what these people do, because they'll poison their own children.
Yes, they will. Now, there was a story that came out about Michigan. Michigan's birth rate ties record low. So there's nowhere near as many babies being born in the state of Michigan. And of course, this is really the women that are age 15 to 44. And, they're trying to say, oh, they're just waiting later to have children. No, these bitches can't get pregnant. Okay. I mean,
barren.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and speak on this.
Katie, can I add on to the previous thing you were saying?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say like Aaron Collins said, Like when you see a poor white person, man, don't do nothing for them, bro. It's set up to help them.
Yeah. You could follow that. But I just want to speak to the whole Michigan economy. You know, this idiot Governor Snyder talking about, oh, the Michigan economy is coming back. The Big Three has taken a massive hit, and the economy here in Michigan is not what you think it is. But so that definitely has something to do with you know, these cave Beckies not being able to reproduce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're barren for other reasons.
Oh,
That's why they're pushing generation.
It's another prophecy being fulfilled. And I keep looking at the precision of the 6,000 years being over with. I'm seeing happen to white people I ain't never seen happen before.
And to add to that, Lisa, manufacturing is not all stable here. So just wanted to make that point.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but the bottom line is these women can't get pregnant. Believe me, if they could, you would see them pregnant. And I have to tell you, here in New Jersey, it is like finding a diamond in the rough, seeing a pregnant white woman. Now, when I go in the stores, I'll see Black women with strollers. You'll see the Latino women with strollers, the Asians with strollers. And usually the white people I see walking around, they got teenagers. But I rarely see them even with a toddler.
Wow.
And what I don't understand, because like I said, you see everybody else, but you do not see them. And if I see a pregnant woman, it's usually a Black woman, a lot of times the Latino women, but I rarely see even a pregnant white woman. I go for a long period of time before I even see one.
I'm gonna have to start paying more attention to that. I know I don't see a lot of white kids, and now that I think about it, I guess I haven't really paid attention. I'm gonna have to start really paying attention.
You know, I didn't until about a year ago, when that report came out that they only gained, I think, like 10,000 people in 1 year. That's when I really started paying attention, and I was like, you know what? It's really true. I hardly ever see pregnant. I see everybody else pregnant, but not them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I did notice that, and I still notice it when I go out. You know, like I said, I see them with teenage kids, but I never see them with toddlers or even newborns or babies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So them being barren, it's definitely real.
Wow.
I mean, the curses on them are real. You know, the Most High said they were going to go to be the tail and we would become the head. And I really, truly believe it's happening right before our eyes.
No, I'm seeing all type of stuff. And like I said, I didn't even know until I started really watching your videos. Like, I didn't even know they had an opioid issue to that extent. And remember when I think it was last year sometime, I think it was in Ohio, they filmed a couple in a car and the children are in the back seat, and the white folks started talking about take it down. They don't want nobody to see it and stuff. The mother and father just strung out. I know they were on heroin, the kids sitting there in the back seat.
Yeah.
You know, but they was real good to take during the crack epidemic and show Black families looking in the same fashion.
Oh, yeah. Remember, they used to show people, they look like damn famine victims. Crack addicts.
You're right.
You know, on the crack, they didn't eat. So a lot of them got real thin and they almost look like a damn famine victim.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Yeah, they would be all up in their house, you know, because, you know, when people are on drugs, and it don't even matter the weight, the race, you know, when they on them drugs, they ain't taking care of the immediate situation. The kids is just fending for themselves.
Yeah.
And you can go in anybody's house, don't matter the race. That's what you're going to see. But no, when you start showing white folk, oh, take that down. They even did that with 9/11. They said stop showing the buildings collapsing. They didn't want to keep seeing that. But you don't mind going to war-torn countries and seeing people legs blown off, you know, children maimed and all of that. They take a delight looking at that type of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, and the thing is, they really can't hide their opioid problem, because when I go out, I run and I see the addicts. I see them around here. And if you go to certain stores, like the dollar store, they like being out in front of the dollar stores here in New Jersey, asking everybody for money. They'll just hang out right in front of the store. Can I have a quarter? And you can look right at them and tell them they're a junkie. Yeah, and it's always it's mainly white guys. You know, I think I've run into a few white women, but mostly white guys out doing the panhandling.
Did y'all see this white guy in Oakland at the Oakland Lake Merritt, where Bobby Q. Becky was, take this black guy's clothes? He had been living in this one little area by the park. He didn't bother people, and throw it all in the lake. Did anybody see that footage?
No.
Oh, it pissed me off. It pissed me off. This white guy, and people were like, what the hell are you doing? And he just proceeded to throw it in the lake. And it's like, why even throw it in the lake? Who told you to even initiate, to even bother this man's belonging?
Right.
And he was just jogging. And then more exposure. Then he comes back on TV talking about he apologized and all of this, but actually he did him a favor. They set up a fund for him. They raising money. He about to get housing and everything. But it's just the audacity of them that they feel like they can do whatever they want, whatever run across their mind. And I was talking about the video that I did about this damn depraved ass white boy who admitted to raping his wife.
Oh, I saw that. Oh,
and you can see something wrong with him.
Disgusting.
You can see something wrong with him. And what I brought it back to, because I know some of y'all probably wasn't even born then, was that when they were just doing a survey to see what they vote for a KKK member, David Duke. And that was back in the late 80s, if you could remember, Lisa. And I'm looking at up to now. I said, see, they test the waters. They do little things, test the waters. Now they outright blatant with it, because I haven't watched the whole video yet, but Phil from the Advice Show had collected a list of known white supremacists that's ready to run for office, because it's like, hey, if Trump is in there, we all in here. They wear it with a badge of armor. This guy is the worst, because he wants women not to have rights. You can rape your children at your will, or you can decide if your daughter can have a husband or not. And what gets me is they would even take the time to interview this guy. And people were kind of chuckling on the channel, because they said the woman that had his ex-wife that had his daughter, she was a transgender. And they said, how do a transgender have a baby? And I'm like, well, maybe she was acting like a man. See, people always look at transgender as the other way, where a man is acting like a woman. No, it can happen. But that dude, you could see in his eyes, he is demonic.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. And he was like, well, legally, children don't have rights. So in other words, he wants you not to have any rights, any protection from the law, so he can just consistently rape you.
Yeah.
That's what he wants.
That's what he wants and stuff. Oh, and Lisa, you have me cracking up, because you put the video out before me, but you said something deep. You had already seen that footage of that sister where the guy had cussed her out and threw stuff on her and stuff. And you said you waited. You waited. So when I seen it, I had seen it late at night, and I said, I might put it up or I might not. And then I started researching a little bit deeper. And then when she showed her face, and I couldn't believe, we gotta show love. We gotta forgive myself. Oh, here we go again with this mess.
Right.
That's why I don't jump up.
That is probably the biggest lie told in Christianity. You know, we know where she got that mess from. She got it from the Christian church. And when I first saw the story, something just said, I don't know why, but something just said to me, just wait. Don't do this story right away. Just wait.
Play itself out. I do some stories like that. I'll give it a day.
I waited, and sure enough, just days later, I forgive, and I would go back and spend my money there. I'm like, oh, I said, can I just slap this bitch?
Oh, I know. And then he's talking about my father is black. Are you serious? My father is black. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Right. Those men, the way them people over there think, they think women are nothing. I mean, nothing.
Mm-hmm. But and, you know where the Arab comes from, right?
No, not exactly. No.
Okay. When Egypt was raided on, and KD being an Israelite, he probably knows this. When Egypt was raided on, the Ottoman Turks went in there, and Ptolemy was actually ruling at the time, and they all went in there and they raped the Egyptian women who were black.
Okay.
They all got raped. And when they gave birth, they had all of those half-breed Ottoman Turk, half Egyptian babies.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the Arab comes from.
Oh, okay.
Arab comes from rape. That's why he looks mulatto. You notice, Arabs all look mulatto.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they come from.
Okay.
Yeah, they were the ones that got raped in Egypt and gave all, had offspring, and those offsprings are the Arabs that you're looking at today.
I'm gonna send you these 2 very short videos that was sent to me last night, Lisa. And I was surprised to get this, but I wasn't shocked either. Now we got they got the first one title is Israel woman says black people are the real Jews.
Right.
And you even got white people even saying it. I said, oh, they feeling something.
I saw that, sister. But
you seen that one? You seen that one? And then I got another one where this white guy, he just told it straight up to his folks. That who are the real Israelites and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I love reading comments, and I was saying to myself, I said, see, I was saying the other day, it's just a matter of time, because they done ran out of time. It's just a matter of time before the wrath comes. And now they want, and I knew it in my DNA. One day I just blurted out. I said, this shit getting ready to come down on them so bad. They're going to literally come to us and start handing us their riches and jewels because they want the curses off of them.
That's actually prophesized.
And when I
walk up to you and hand you car keys, house keys, because it's going to all be out of fear because they know what's coming. Number 2, Queen, it's been white people all throughout. On YouTube, I had, even as far back as 2010, I was seeing them post videos like that on YouTube. And there was one guy that was married to a black woman, and they were sitting around a table, and he was a Jew, and he was the only one sitting at the table with all of these black men and women. And he says right there, as plain as day, he says, y'all are the real chosen, you're the real Hebrews. And he looks at, and they're all turned around and looked at him and got quiet. And he was like, people like me, we're not the real thing. It's really you.
But they, but they think all of us don't know.
All of us don't know, sister. You know why? Because many of the ones still in the Christian church, they really truly don't know.
Yeah.
Only a selected few of us know.
Yeah, but see, you have to go seek to know, You know
what, sister? There's a reason for that. Yeah, you're right. You do have to come seek to know. But you also got to keep in mind, Yah does not want everyone.
Okay.
So people that are confounded, or the ones that are totally blind to the fact about who they are, sometimes those are the ones he don't want. And for good reason. It might be things they do, or they are just so far away from the Most High he's not going to get them anyway.
But what's so disingenuous to the part that's disingenuous to me is where the video that you said you seen of the lady, and she had her daughter looked like it came from a black man. It's like the way she was talking, like, y'all need to come over here to basically like rescue them, you know? So now, you know, time has ran out.
Mm-hmm.
Time is out totally.
Right. And she's right. The world is not going to be right until we take our rightful place in it. We already know. You should know by now.
Yeah, I know. And then the thing is
not the salvation, and they are not going to be the ones to take this world to the next level because they simply can't. These people are like a broken record that won't change, you know, and we already know this white man can't even bring peace to himself. How is he going to bring it to the world?
So what the hell they think that we can do for them? You know, really? It's like you living on my land. You living on my land. You done took all my money. You done took everything that's on the top of the land and down below the land, which could be some precious minerals or oil or anything. And then after you done depleted everything and spent everything, it goes right back to the essence of time. Now, all of a sudden, they looking at, you know, they made a deal with the devil. They wanted their heaven now. And you know what? It was so very short. I keep saying, I would rather live in a shack and when I pass over, have everlasting life. I don't want none of the riches and jewels here.
No.
You can keep all of that as far as I'm concerned.
What they got is junk. Hi, Gab Talk Media. What they got is junk compared to what we have.
Yes.
They really do. They really got shafted on their deal, but they're going to find that out soon enough.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just looking at the essence of time, and that fear mechanism is coming in them. And I've been saying, and I know a few have been saying, don't give them your energy, because really we are holding this thing up. That's why I was saying about when we speak, stop saying it's almost over. It's over. It's over. You know, oh, y'all, you know, like giving them a threat. No, your time is up. Your time is over. And was it really worth it? You know, it was like, oh, we're going to eat, drink, and be merry. Ha, ha, ha. Look what we got. You're on a wing and a prayer.
Well, first of all, we know they are not smart people. They needed a lot of help to get to the top. All right. Now, I mean, we know they talk all that IQ shit, but these folks are literally not that smart.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they think they have a glimmer of a chance of defeating the Most High, that in itself is laughable.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you know, unfortunately, because they will not repent for what they've done, they're not sorry. In fact, if they had it their way, they'd put your ass back in slavery. This is why they are going to be destroyed.
Mm-hmm. And then they behinds out there thinking they're going to develop some type of super weapon to destroy the creator. Oh, I said, wow.
NASA, they think they can see them coming.
Okay.
With all those satellites. And do you think our creator is that stupid that he's going to let them see him coming? He's going to knock all them satellites are coming down.
The creator don't even have to make any effort to knock the satellites down.
They're coming down. Okay. Plain and simple. They're coming down.
Yeah.
So, everything, you know, in fact, communication is probably going to completely be cut off in the United States. There's not going to be anybody for them to run to.
Yeah, that's what Gail Scott Heron said. The revolution won't be televised.
Mm-hmm.
It will not, and that's a true statement. Them damn satellites gonna come down. They ain't gonna be broken up. They're gonna come down whole. They might crush up a couple of things. But I was listening.
Heron, you know who his daughter is?
Gail Scott Heron's daughter?
Yeah, Jill Scott.
I didn't know that was his daughter.
Jill Scott is his daughter.
Lord.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Jill Scott Heron's baby is Jill Scott.
I never put the two and two together. Wow.
Yeah, that was her father.
Mm-hmm. He was very big here in the Bay Area. I've seen him a few times.
No, he was big in Philly too.
Mm-hmm. Yes. and stuff. But I was listening again to Farrakhan, and he was talking about they're trying to develop this invisible wall using sound, some type of sound and magnetic fields and stuff they're trying to use to create this big barrier out in the universe to stop. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
You mean like CERN?
Huh?
You mean like CERN?
I guess so. He didn't use that word, but he said an invisible wall. They're trying, you know, and they are experimenting with, because sound can kill you if you set it a certain decimal. It literally can kill you. They know that. They didn't already did that.
But you know what, Queen? All of that stuff they set in place, they're gonna kill their own too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they may take a few of us out, but they're gonna kill a lot of their own people too.
Yeah, they're some very foolish people. And like I said, I always go back to 9/11, and I was watching how they were even reacting up here. We ain't even close to New York. They were scared to death. Them people instantly get scared.
Mm-hmm.
Instantly.
Oh, you know? I was teaching at that time, and you should have seen the way they were coming in every day whining about 9/11 and back then. I'm not going to any gas station with Arabs. If I pull up and see Arabs, I'm leaving. I'm like, okay. I mean, that's how far they were going. I was like, yeah, that'll blow over in about a month.
Yeah, that's what I said. They said the churches was all filled up and all that type of stuff. And I said, they're going to go right back to business as usual.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, and the thing is, what I love in the scripture is when y'all said, when they're down here crying, he's going to be in the heavens laughing at them. I love it.
Yeah, they're gonna they don't have submitting in their will. You know, they don't. You know, they just don't have it in them overall. They want to keep maintaining this, and they're emotionally invested in this, and they're gonna do everything they can to fight for it, which is the tyranny gonna come down on them even worse.
Yeah, but see, you know what, Queen? That's why the ones that are around today are not blameless. Although they try to make themselves blameless, they are very much guilty because they are upholding this wicked system and keeping it going. So when they say, well, I didn't have a slave, well, you didn't have to have a physical slave. You still wickedly held this system up, and you made sure that we could not get ahead. And we did not get fair justice in the legal system. And they could have stepped forward and changed all of this stuff, and they didn't. And they kept that clause in the Constitution saying that we go to jail, we're now slaves again. No, they don't get a pass.
Well, you know what? When I was studying a few nights ago, the book of Obadiah, I was reading, and I can't say it verbatim, but I was reading a part in that book where they were even talking about the other races that would watch the chosen ones be brutalized and not lift a finger to help at all. And I immediately start thinking about these Chinese that come in these neighborhoods, these Arabs, the Mexicans, and it's like, well, it's like, that's their problem. It's not our problem.
You know what, Queen? We'll be saying that about them one day.
Mm-hmm. You know, they
always remember that. We will, when their judgment come, we will be saying that about them.
You know what? One
more thing. They will be cleaving to us towards the end. They're going to all start clinging on to Black people because they think we're going to save them. That's going to happen.
They can get off of me.
They're going to be cleaving on to all of us when we go into the kingdom because they are trying to get us to have mercy on them and save them.
And you sat idly by and watched us be destroyed and hurt. But I'm gonna tell you something that pissed me off. I don't know. It was a Chinese cop that killed a Black guy.
Yeah, Peter Lang.
Yeah. Do you know they came to Mr. Superboy's channel? And we were in there arguing a good solid 2 weeks. And it was like a flood of them came in. They know where to come find us. And they kept saying that he's a good man, he's an honorable man.
That has nothing to do with anything. He's a murderer.
Yeah, and then they were saying, you people always complain and stuff like that. And it was astounding. I mean, we ripped them to shreds to even come to the channel, you know, because they came in like a pack of wolves to save that guy. Then they went back to quiet, because anytime something happened to them, they are so devastated that could happen to them. But you idly sit and watch us get blown up in the street and all of that stuff, and you just turn your head because you worried about your bottom line. That's all they worried about, is their bottom line. You know,
real talk. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Well, real talk, Royal Queen. They can sit here, clean, scrape, try to use staplers. I'm not saving one of them motherfuckers.
First of all, it's not our place to get in the way of Yah's judgment. So no, I won't be doing nothing.
I'm gonna let Yah just spray them apart like a bunch of weeds.
You know, we can't do that anyway. What do we look like going? We gonna make it all the way to the kingdom and then defend a bunch of heathens? Are you kidding?
I'm sure as hell not. I say let them get destroyed. That's what the hell they deserve. I don't feel sorry.
I could say something.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Now that they took out net neutrality within 2 days, what's gonna happen? What AT&T and Verizon's doing and Time Warner's doing, they're merging. Oh man, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I see what they're doing. So they could traffic their information.
They can do
what information should.
They can do whatever they're gonna do. They ain't nothing gonna stop this. It's everything is in motions and based on everyone's for centuries for their actions. And I'm specifically talking about the ones who really know the truth. They know what's going on. They trying to manipulate time. They trying to do everything they can. I mean, they done disrespected this planet. You know, they playing with the seeds, keep putting them damn chemtrails up. They done killed the ocean, you know, all type of stuff they done did. And some of them do have a false sense of, I'm invincible. You know, this is not going to happen to me. And then some of them, now they want to change up their tune. But the part that pisses me off, you knew all along. And now, since you feel something in the universe, now it's time to start trying to appease us. I don't want nothing from you. I don't even want to hear what you have to say. I don't need to be validated by them type of people.
What's going on with Trump in North Korea is prophecy. Because if you remember, we're going to have a small space of peace. It's going to seem like it's peaceful. And then that's when the war will begin. It's going to seem like everything on this earth has calmed down. You see how Trump has met with North Korea. Oh, he thinks that's settled and we're all good. And now everything's going to calm down on the planet. That's when the war is going to begin, because it says we are going to have a little moment of peace. So things may calm down. You may not see so many threats going back and forth anymore between North Korea and America. But don't let that fool you, because the wars are coming.
Yeah, so in that peaceful time, that's when you even double down and stay in the word. Don't buy into the system and stay alert.
Yes.
Royal Queen, niggas sit here begging till the cows come home. I just want to see y'all whoop the dog shit out of them.
Me too.
Somebody put in here.
Let me have a front seat. That's all I ask. Give me my
with my popcorn, and the Royal Queen sharing some weed or whatever the heck she's doing. I just want to see it happen.
My big glass of wine and a front seat. That's all I ask. Just let me sit and watch.
Yeah, with my beach chair, ready to rock, ready to watch.
The calm before the storm. Somebody put in there. Yeah, that's really how it starts. Yeah, come out of nowhere.
There's nothing we can do about the ocean. That's already, if you look at Revelation chapter 8, verse 9, it already tells you the ocean life is going to die. That's gone. There's nothing we can do. You can't save the ocean because the ocean is badly polluted. We can't save it. It's been oil spills, drugs, and all kinds of junk pushed in there from the hospital.
You got drugs. Drugs.
Yeah, you got all that stuff out there. You can't save this ocean. It is way too far gone. He's got to let it go. It's defiled.
I worked in the middle of the ocean for 4 years, Lisa. We had to catch a boat every day to go to our destinations. I worked in the middle of the ocean, and when I first started working on the ocean, I said, "Damn, this water is nasty. It's like a brownish greenish combined. It is filthy in the Bay Area. When you get a close-up shot on that, you better not eat nothing out that bay. You don't know what you may be eating."
My best friend was dating a man that was a merchant marine. And you know what he told me? He said when they go out there and fish, you know, to throw those big nets into the water and then bring up all the fish and everything, said they pulled up dead bodies all the time. And I said, well, what did you do? He said, we throw them back in the ocean.
I seen them pull a body out one morning out of the ocean. I
was asking him, I said, well, why do y'all just throw them back in? He said, because we don't want no cops and investigators all on the ship. He said, we won't be able to work because then they'll make us stay docked until they got their investigation. He said, they don't want no part of that. So when they get a body up in those nets, they just take the body and just toss it right back in the ocean. They don't want no part of any investigation.
Every year, every year during crab season, and just before crab season, they start setting up their lie here in the Bay Area. And the crabs is bad. Well, crab is bad anyway. It's a scavenger. And what they'll do, because, you know, living out here, you know, people eat a lot of seafood in the Bay. And just before Thanksgiving hit, I've been watching them for the last 3 years. Once I learned about Fukushima, that just before Thanksgiving hit, all of a sudden, all the crab is good to eat because people are out there buying cases of crabs. You'll see them down at Fisherman Wharf putting a case in their truck and everything because they want that money. And then the video, the first time I did a video, it was a contradiction. They said it was fine to eat the crab and blah blah blah. Right in on the same article that I did, I scrolled down. There was a little video there talking about these are the side effects when you eat the crab. Because they want that damn money. They want that money. I said, woo-wee. I'm cool. I ain't eating it.
But yeah, when he was telling me that, I was like, wow. But he was like, that's why. Because number two, that's another industry where men work, those merchant marines, and a lot of them have police records. And that was another reason why they threw them bodies back in, because they were like, look, there's quite a few guys on this ship catching these fish that got police records. They don't want these cops all on here.
Yeah, they will.
Just so they don't have to be bothered, they just throw those bodies back in the ocean. He said they get them all the time. He said, that's how many. He said that's how bad it is with people dumping bodies in the ocean.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. That is truly, truly amazing. It's on that level. I only seen one body, not that many bodies, just one. But I'm telling y'all, folks, the ocean is truly dead.
Yeah, yeah. Just like prophecy, that it would be.
Yeah, because somebody asked me once. Sometimes people can ask you the dumbest questions on your channel, and I did a video about Fukushima, and this person said, "Well, what about the Atlantic Ocean?"
Ocean is. I live by the Atlantic Ocean, and I can tell you, it is filthy as hell.
I said to the guy, "Did you listen to the video? All water connect, even salt water and fresh water connect." It just shows you how amazing Yah is. That is some of the most amazing stuff I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. You know where our water connect? Wherever you see the bridges, in New Jersey and Philly, that's where one side is fresh and one side is salt.
And they don't cross over each other.
No,
that is amazing.
Right, and I know where it is here. You know, I don't know where it is where you are, but where I am, wherever they put a bridge up, that's where salt water and fresh water is divided, right there where the bridge is.
That is awesome to me. That's just amazing. It's like an invisible barrier right there, and it don't cross over to each other, but the contamination crosses over. That's why I keep praying about the many oceans, lakes, and rivers and streams. Water is water.
Oh, well, Lisa, we got a bridge, ambassador bridge from Detroit to Canada, and it's the same thing.
See?
Wow. And then up there in Alaska, those polar bears, well, any wildlife up there, they dropping off. And then when we was on the Information Man, I had sent them a couple of pictures about that polar cap melting, and now they're showing different pictures where they're saying that it restored itself. It's not going to ever restore itself. The earth is sick. Mother Nature is sick.
Oh yeah. You know what, Queen, it didn't dawn on me. It took me a while to even realize this. I used to, you know how when they put the asphalt down on the roads, and then eventually it starts cracking and sometimes crumble? Because, you know, that's really not supposed to be down there at all.
Yeah.
You know, it took me a while to even realize that. The soil actually has to go through a process, and the soil actually turns and does everything, and it can't do it with the asphalt on it. That's why that asphalt keeps the soil keeps trying to go through their natural process, but with the asphalt on top, it really can't. So it starts cracking and everything. And I'm like, you know what? That is amazing. It's just like clothing. Do you know in the Bible, we were only supposed to wear things like linen and cotton because that fabric actually helps our skin
breathe,
renew itself. Do you know our skin is supposed to keep renewing itself? Slough off. We keep getting fresh skin and everything. With the synthetic material, your skin can't really go through the process like it's supposed to.
Yeah, it's not breathing. Yeah,
and this is why you got so many people with eczema and all kinds of dry skin conditions and things that we never had. But there's only certain fabrics we are supposed to wear. All of these polyesters and these blended fabrics, technically, we're not even supposed to have that on our bodies.
Sure, you take a piece of polyester and burn it, and it'll turn into plastic. The effects of the burning, it's like it hardens. And I never renew
itself. That's right, Astarte Jones. Your skin, and it can't renew itself with these other fabrics, these blended fabrics, because they're not natural. Cotton is a natural fabric. Linen is a natural fabric. But all these stuff that they sell, I mean, if you even look at T-shirts, a lot of T-shirts are blended material.
Even underclothes. That's why for women, for their underclothes, they have that the liner has to be cotton.
Yeah,
you got to have that on there because your body has to breathe.
Yeah,
you're right about that. Wearing all that synthetic stuff.
No, it's more, but the ones that our ancestors wore were always natural fabrics. But these blended stuff, that didn't come until we started living here in America. In Africa, if you notice, they wear a lot of cotton.
Yes, they do.
They do not wear this blended shit like we do here in the U.S.
And see, something you're making me think of that some people don't know. A lot of our products are made with petroleum, like say you got like I'm looking at here at my my modem.
It's another good one. Yeah,
it's all plastic.
You're right.
Those are petroleum products.
Yeah,
and then
shoes. A lot of shoes are made out of that petroleum products.
And then we have to even be careful with what we cook and bake with. I have most of my mom's and my grandmother's old cast iron skillets that they had when I was a little girl. Don't use that new stuff. Those metals are. I took, I'm a welder. I took my metallurgy, and those metals, they mix all kind of crap in it. In the China, don't buy no metal from China. because they don't have no regulations. Even the forks and spoons that you use and stuff, that's some old cheap form of metal, and that's going inside of your body and stuff. And
yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember 5 years ago I used to work at this oil plant. So as far as a shoe, be it from petroleum, that's where I learned that from.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, those were not the natural things. You know, we wore sandals. And if you get a chance, look at some of the sandals that, like the Ashanti tribe, especially the people that are higher up, like your king and everything, they have gold. And that's exactly what our sandals used to look like. They were sandals and you have gold in the sandals.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and look at that. Some of the some of the clothing.
But when they found us, that's how we were looking. We had tons of gold on because in Africa was so much gold, everybody had it, you know? So it was nothing to see people with a lot of gold on.
Yeah.
It was nothing, you know, it was not shocking to see it.
And what they're doing with all the rockets and stuff like that they launched, it has radiation in it, and they have that radiation dust in this country is supposedly supposed to clean it up. Okay, so they're gonna do a half-ass job, but you know, fake like they're cleaning it up. What they are doing is they're supposed to put them in containers and store them. Well, you can't. Radiation lives forever, as far as I'm concerned. So what they've been doing is they've been taking that radiation dust and making products out of it. That's what they've been doing with it. And how I found out, my father told me, because my father worked for the federal government. He would work on those army bases, and he overheard some men talking about it, you know, and he was like, wow. So he always wanted the family to know. And another thing I wanted to say, one time because he worked on the maintenance crew. So anytime something would break down, you would go to these different departments on the base. So my dad goes in a building he had never been in. He always wondered about that building because you would just see people go in and out and had no windows. My dad said he goes in this building and he said he could feel goosebumps up and down his arm. He said when he went in there was a bunch of white boys that had on these Tyvek suits, gargles, dust masks, and there was they were in there with a bunch of mosquitoes doing experiments with them. He was like, what the hell is going on in here? He said he was like shocked. And my dad said it confirmed what he had read a long time ago. You know, they take these mosquitoes and they can carry anything, and they just release them wherever they want to release them at, and then we get bit up and stuff. But he's seen that with his own eyes.
I'm going to show you something, and let me know if you ever heard about this. You see this? Can everybody see my screen?
Let me look at the other one. Let's see. Yeah, just those. Okay, it's clear now. It's good. It's good.
Okay. What you're looking at is jewelry made from nuclear weapons.
Wow.
Yeah.
These people are dirty.
Yeah, this is jewelry made from nuclear weapons. Let me see if I can click on one right here.
Oh my goodness.
This bottle opener is made from nuclear weapons.
Oh, I got to do a story on that one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah. I actually found out about this.
Damn.
Like back in the 90s, they were doing this. They would take old nuclear weapons and they would recycle it and make jewelry.
Wow.
What?
I am floored.
Yeah.
And the most fucked up thing about it is they selling this shit in jewelry stores all over the damn world.
Yeah, and you know how I learned about it, Queen? I learned about this because one woman bought rings that were made out of old nuclear weapon, and she got her fingers amputated. They started falling off.
What?
Yeah.
I wonder how many wedding rings was made by nuclear weapons. I want to know the percentage of that.
I know there was a white woman too. It was a white. She was on TV and she had to have fingers amputated because she was wearing jewelry made out of nuclear weapons, and she said she had no idea when she purchased the jewelry that it was even made from that.
So that's why the middle of their finger turned green and all that. Some of that residue came from the nuclear weapon.
I want Psychopathia said, is that a Timberland logo we was looking at?
Oh, you know, I don't.
Yeah, it's the logo. It's the logo that they stick on the bottom of the boot. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Sure, I didn't want to miss. Oh my goodness. Ooh, just when you didn't think they can't get no worse. Wow.
Ooh, yeah, how low can you go, right?
Yeah, my goodness.
Yeah, I see a lot of contaminated people wearing jewelry from contaminations and they don't even know it.
No, they don't.
You got on some nuclear rings and you lose your damn fingers?
Yep, that's how I first learned about it. She was on there. She had bought all these rings and she got it from an expensive jeweler too. And thinking, oh, okay, you know, she bought all these things. So she thought it was gold. And come to find out, it was jewelry made from nuclear weapons.
You should see the
dirty sons of bitches.
You should see the comments in here.
I know. I'm looking at them now. I know.
Dirty motherfuckers.
These people are dirty.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody can't tell me that the creator gonna deal with they behind.
Mm-hmm.
I know we can do some dirty stuff. We wouldn't do that. It's just some stuff we wouldn't do.
We wouldn't do it, but how much you want to bet a lot of that nuclear material over there in Fukushima will end up being jewelry?
You know, know that people better not buy nothing from overseas. Any Asian country. Them people are the masters of deceiving. They are masters at it.
Yeah,
they're known for it.
All that fucking poison on the finger and around the neck. Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And can you imagine how many people probably thought they had gangrene or something and it was really the jewelry they were wearing?
No wonder I keep seeing the color green and the color blue on my finger on a couple of things. So that's where it came from.
Could be. Yeah, this stuff is flooded in the market.
Wow.
It's in the market over here in the U.S. too. Remember, we get a lot of products from Asia.
So
America is the biggest.
We're buying poison jewelry and we don't even fucking know it?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like
you breaking up my
and everything.
Say that again because you broke up.
No, I'm saying America. No, I'm saying America is one like a greatest for like this country will do anything to sell itself off for a couple of cheap change.
Yeah, I mean a lot of here in the U.S.
The fact that they allow this to happen.
Yeah, from what I understand, this has been going on for quite a few decades.
No wonder they're pushing marriages so hard, so they can place the poison right on these people's finger and know it.
Yeah, this is how they get rid of nuclear weapons. So when Kim Jong-il dismantle his nuclear weapons, a lot of it's going to be made into jewelry.
And I'm just imagining all these weddings that are taking place, not knowing that they're wearing poison around their finger.
Yeah. Isn't that dirty?
It's just plain evil.
Yeah, I mean, and the average person that's buying jewelry has no idea that what they're buying. They have no idea.
You know, because I mean, I heard things like They took the fake Jews and took their hair and made lampshades out of it.
Yeah, they took their bones and made soap out of it.
Oh, wow. Now I didn't hear that one.
Yeah.
The other thing, somebody put up a video last year where there was a chair or something that was getting restored, and they used the stuffing in the chair was hair from slaves.
Yes, I saw that.
I was like, wow, man.
Yeah. They used every part of us.
Wow.
It is sick.
That just took the air completely out my body.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What did I just heard again?
That jewelry is being made with nuclear waste.
And a lot of these ladies are wearing poison around their wedding fingers and don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay.
I know, right?
They invented the word diabolical, because that wouldn't have even. See, our psyche can't deal with that type of stuff.
No.
But the royal queen, that damn Sambo woman, that Negro Peel woman, want to sit there and forgive beasts like him?
Oh,
Beast.
I know.
Yeah. So
we don't have, my attitude is we don't have the power to forgive. When you really think about it,
we ain't got to forgive no damn heathen. They're not even one of us. What the hell are you forgiving them for?
They make all types of jewelry, not just rings. So people are asking questions.
Oh, no, it's everything. It's rings, bracelets, necklace. It's everything.
You right, S. Wiseman. Make your own shit. Wow.
Everything.
These people are disgusting. Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they've been doing that for decades. Whenever you hear about just what North Korea is getting ready to do to dismantle some of their nuclear weapons, that stuff don't go to waste. They'll take it and make jewelry out of it.
And many Negro peers want to be equal with these fucking beasts. Equal?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is wrong with?
Can you imagine the stuff that we haven't even found out about yet? Believe me, I know there's some sick shit coming on the horizon that we don't even know about yet.
Oh, yeah. I bet we're gonna find out a lot more, Lisa. I don't think this is the end of the road yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have to pray. Like when I did those 2 videos about what Dr. Emoto did with putting negative and positive words, or even praying over water. I know some people say prayer don't work. I believe in the power of
that's
prayer.
a lie. Prayer works.
You know what? Last night, my uncle, I discovered that my uncle has his own YouTube channel. His name is Bishop Gregory Newman out of Glendale, Arizona. And I remember when my uncle got really, really sick, but I didn't know the extent of it. And I found out he was in a coma for 21 days. And his wife would take a prayer cloth, and he had a perforated bowel, and it exploded on him. He had gangrene in him, everything.
I had an uncle in Florida, and he had the same exact symptoms that you would see on a person with mad cow disease. He was a butcher for 30 years.
Wow.
And towards the end of his life, he shook real bad. And, his words were slurred, and he ended up dying. But they said he didn't have mad cow disease. But if you looked at somebody that had it, it looked exactly the same. Personally, I believe he did have it, but they just didn't want the panic down in Florida. So they said it was not it. It was something else.
That's amazing.
But he was a butcher for 30 years. And at the end of his life, he just lost all of his bodily control. He literally couldn't do anything for himself. And when he spoke, his speech was so badly slurred, you could barely understand him.
Wow, that is sad.
But he was a butcher for a living.
People want to sit there and tell me that prayer don't work. Real life short story. You know what I'm saying? I got robbed at gunpoint head down on the floor, silent prayer. Guess what happened? I'm still alive thanks to the Most High.
Absolutely. You know what, KD, when I lost my channel, that was the first thing I did. I said, I gotta calm myself. I'm not gonna get upset. And I just went straight to Abba Yah and I said my prayer. I said, let the chips fall where they're may. I know you're with me on this. And lo and behold, look at how things are turning out now. It does work.
And I practice my silent prayer while the gun is in the back of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone,
I say, if you gotta go, let his name be the last one on your lips.
Lisa, my husband is standing here. Would you repeat what we just seen? Would you say it out loud? What they're making out of jewelry?
Oh, they're making jewelry out of nuclear weapons.
Why would they do that?
To get rid of it.
To get rid of it.
They can't really dispose of it properly, so they make it out.
Could you show the picture real quickly?
Let me share my screen again. Hold on 1 second.
He is outdone, honey. Look at your face. You looking.
He knows we're in this diabolical world.
He does. Look, see? That's
opener is made from nuclear weapons.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they take the old nuclear weapons and what they do is they recycle it. See, nuclear weapons recycled into jewelry.
Oh, so they tell you what they're doing.
Yeah, but normally they really don't. You have to really specifically be looking for this.
Oh my God. I didn't know. I know the white man is wicked, but man,
you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they put nuclear waste in the soils.
Take it to another level.
Yeah, everybody is outdone.
Yeah. I mean, they've been doing this actually for a long time. This is really nothing new, believe it or not.
So basically, you wear the nice necklace and everything else, and 6 months your head fall off. Very well.
Pretty much.
Oh my goodness! Wow! Wow!
Yeah, like I said, this is nothing new. They've been doing this for quite some time. The only reason why I know about this is because it was a white woman on TV back in the 90s. She had to have fingers amputated because she was wearing rings that were made out of nuclear weapons and had no idea.
Wow.
And she lost, I think, like 3 fingers.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. There's some crazy shit going on.
We learn something new every day.
Yep.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
This white man is crazy.
You should see his face. He said,
yeah, it is a shocking thing to hear for the first time. It really is. I remember when I found out about this, my mom was alive. I had to tell my mother, and she was like, that's not real. I said, yes, it is. I'm telling you. And I forgot how I showed her. I don't know if I had recorded the show, but I was able to show her, and she couldn't believe it. She was like, are you kidding me? They take the old nuclear weapons and make jewelry. I said, yep.
Wow.
Yeah. And she was like, well, shoot, I hope I don't buy that shit. Let's hope you don't.
Well, some Earth Angel said if they give the Indians contaminated blankets, yeah, they did.
Yeah,
this is not surprising. Yeah, they put tuberculosis in it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you expect? We shouldn't even be shocked over what this devil does anymore.
But no, you know what? Yeah, you're right about that. But then I'm glad that we are, because that lets us know that we still are decent within our soul.
Yeah.
Even though, no, I'm not surprised. It's just like, it does shock the senses, but it ain't like we just taking it light. We know how serious this is.
Right.
And stuff. Exactly. And then what I was tripping off of was like they showing a little peace sign. It looks so sweet and innocent.
I know. It looks all innocent and everything. You know, and it come to find out it is not innocent at all. Not at all.
It was Queen Muhammad, you said it was smallpox?
Yeah, it was smallpox. In the blankets, yeah, it was smallpox.
I thought they gave them TB also.
It could have been. Can look.
Yeah, but I ain't surprised with that. I remember my father telling me about that stuff because that's how we got on the conversation, because he worked at the base and he was saying that they make pots and pans with this stuff and silverware and
pots and pans.
Yeah, you have to question certain things where you say you're gonna bake some cookies and normally you put a little oil on the pan, and they
that could explain you don't have to put nothing on cancer rate. That explains the higher cancer rate.
What chemicals are they using? Where like even if you cook an egg in a pan and you don't put a little bit of butter or something in there so it won't stick. Right. And I question those things. I'm like, well, what is in this where why it's not sticking? They even have ice cream scoopers where like they I remember as a child, when you go get a scoop of ice cream, they kept it in the little scooper in hot water. Well, now I have some scoopers at the house and you don't even need to put hot water on. And I said, wait a minute, it's something ain't right with this. I said, we can't use this. My daughter had bought it. And I said, all you got to do is put it in the hardest ice cream and it will melt right into it. And you ain't even put hot water on it. What is in this?
Yeah, that's
my grandmother told me that vanilla ice cream is supposed to be black.
Yes, it is.
And the white folks changed it from black to white, but natural vanilla ice cream is black. She said it was the color it was, and she said when she was a little girl, that was the color of vanilla ice cream.
And it tastes good too. I've had it before. It tastes excellent.
And she said,
I never had it before.
You never had it before, but yeah, that's what it is. That and they changed it with using preservatives and everything to change it white, but white is not the natural color of vanilla. It's black.
The most I've ever seen on the market now is vanilla bean ice cream. You can see speckles in it.
And she said it was solid black. Let me see if I can pull that up. No, it's solid black.
Damn, the fact that opened up many
the vanilla
doors.
I guess some people are shocked. The vanilla bean is black, family. Think about it.
Yeah, no, I'll show it to you. Let me share my screen. And I had it for the first time when I was in the South. And I was like, because my grandmother, she was like, this is what it looked like when I was a child. And I was like, are you kidding me? And she was like, yeah, this is what vanilla ice cream is supposed to look like. Let's see if I share with everyone. And I had it for the first time when I was an adult. But yes, this is what vanilla ice cream is supposed to look like.
And it tastes damn good.
What it looked like, even like in the 1920s. If you were living back during that time, this is what it would have looked like. But no, they had to use preservatives to change it to this color. But this is the natural color of vanilla ice cream, black.
But don't the preservatives clogs up your internal, like your arteries, like your colon, like if you eat chips, if you eat. I know, I kind of know. Yeah, I did my research on health books and stuff. Like when you eat foods written with preservatives, you're literally clogging your. Which is why I've seen people with like big bellies and whatnot.
Let's be real. Let's be real, DCD.
Cool.
Let's be real. Let's be real, man. Preservatives and all that stuff is just another word for poison. That's all it is. Poison.
Look, that one looks pretty. Look at that.
Now there are ice cream parlors that now went back to selling the black vanilla ice cream.
Oh my goodness.
Natural state. You can find some now. But it was just this one parlor that my grandmother took me to, and I had it for the first time, and it was good.
I like the way that one look on the cone. That one looks good. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, this is what vanilla is supposed to look like, y'all. We have been duped, y'all. We've been looking at white vanilla all this time, and that's not even the natural color of it.
Yeah, I read this comment. I see it says all these rappers better get their chains watched, checked out before they become army.
Dark Lady said white vanilla unclean. You're right. It is.
I wanted to say something real quick. Lord Mom, you absolutely right. They said makes you think what's in Teflon in these pots and skillets. Yes. Go get you. Don't buy no new cast iron skillets. I don't trust them. I had one new one and it cracked down the middle. Now the ones that I got here that's been my mom's and my grandmother's, I ain't had no problems with them. You can go to these thrift stores, these consignment shops, and you can find them. And you just gonna have to go to a garage sale. You will find them. I got every size. I got the round ones. I got the square ones. I even got a little tiny one where you can make a quick little egg or something in it. Don't use that newfangled stuff. That stuff is going in your body. You know, all the toxicity from the metals. And I'm telling y'all something I know about metal.
I knew it was some type of poison attached to this metal. Why they keep having breathing problems and everything? I think something like that is connected to it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
One time, KD, when I had first got out of welding school, on ships, because of all that water moving, it creates electricity, and literally people can get shocked on ships. So what they'll do is they have these huge zinc pads, and they're real heavy. They're probably like 5 pounds, and they have 4 tabs on them, and you have to weld them around the ships periodically. So when it hits it, it'll bounce off the zinc, and it won't penetrate the ships and electrocute people. So I didn't have a dust mask on, and I'm welding it, and I got fillings in my teeth. And all of a sudden, I started welding it, and I had to stop immediately. It just got painful, real painful in my mouth. And I said, "Oh no, what did I do?" You know, immediately. And that taught me a lesson to always make sure I wear my dust mask when I weld, because when I would leave work, I would cough up metal, or if I chewed gum, I would all of a sudden the gum would get grainy. If I blew my nose, metal would come out of my nose. And I was like, wow, because I was just a kid. I got certified at 19, and I instantly made sure I started protecting myself on these jobs. Don't cut no corners on that, because that stuff goes into your system.
All right, y'all. This is actually kind of fun, because I haven't even thought about the black vanilla in a long time.
I'm gonna go look for some.
Yeah, you should be able to find it. It's a little easier to find it now than it was a few years ago.
I'm gonna look for some. I'm gonna have me some black ice cream posted up in my freezer.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same color as the vanilla bean.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it should look like. Yeah, this world is just so crazy. All right, y'all, I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I just wanted to update you on, Google and everything that was going on. And
I'm so happy. You made my day when I seen that this morning. I was like, yes, she got her channel back. Yes. Yeah.
See, that just goes to show you that y'all is real. Y'all better quit doubting him. Quit doing that. You're playing yourself.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing I want to show y'all, and then we'll go. Do you know in Venezuela, there is a natural creek made out of jasper, and it is beautiful. I want y'all to see this.
Wow.
It's a natural creek in Venezuela. It's the only one in the world, and it's made out of jasper. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Beautiful. Yep. The whole creek is
that whole creek bed. Whole creek bed is jasper.
Whole thing. Ain't that beautiful? That's just gorgeous.
Wow.
It's in Venezuela.
Yes, of course.
Reflections of the Creator. Isn't that amazing?
Yep. He said he's like the jasper and the sardine stone.
Oh, wow. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool. Whoa. Wow.
Mm-hmm. So many beautiful things on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. I know it's so defiled now, but there's still so many beautiful things on.
Yeah, because what I'm when I take my walks, I'm always astounded by the different colors of flowers. And I just like, there's no way nobody could tell me as a creator to have these beautiful different colors of everything. I trip off of that. I look at that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. But
wow.
Yeah, I just thought that was really amazing to see something like this, and it's completely natural.
Mm-hmm. That is absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you ended it like that, because we were still shook up over the nuclear wave.
I know, right? I know. That is some Well, y'all, thank you for coming. We'll definitely do this again. Hopefully, I'll be doing a live stream on my old channel real soon. I sure hope so.
Oh, yeah. We have to turn out big for you. That's wonderful.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a wonderful night.
All right. Ashe to the royal family.
Peace, y'all.
Mm-hmm.